Hello everyone, welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing anime called Plus Size Elf. So our main character is a blonde elf, pretty much. She goes to a parallel world. She eats French fries. That's her gimmick, apparently. It's like a fucking WWE thing. And she eats a lot of French fries. When she tries to go back to her world, she can't because she doesn't have the much. She doesn't have. She doesn't have the magical powers because she's too fat. Pretty much that's pretty much to the point. She's too fat because she's too fat. She can't go back to her own world because she doesn't have the magical powers. She does manage to go back to her thin self at the very end of the first episode, but that's completely thrown out the window because after she leaves, she comes back and eats more fries. That's her gimmick. She likes to eat French fries apparently. Every character in this anime that's like a Cyclops, Ogre, Dark Elf, which the Dark Elf is interesting because she doesn't have a big stomach like the rest of the characters, but she has a big ass pretty much. So her gimmick is the fact that she likes to eat a lot of pastries, so that's the main reason why. But the other characters have their own thing. Like the ogre likes to drink a lot of beer. Which, by the way, the ogre can drink a lot of beer, but her arms feel like she's jacked. But she has a gut. I don't understand her fucking concept. Like, how the hell do you have a gut, a belly gut, even though your arms feel like you can rip someone's arms off because they look like one of those people from the world's strongest the TV show thing. So that's what makes it all together. You got your Cyclopses. It's stuff. Now, most of the characters that are from mystical creatures, like, have their own gimmick. Like the poltergeist spirit likes to eat candy, which I don't know what the hell. Every character has its own freaking gimmick, except for a couple. The only two characters that want to lose weight, I think, is the dog. Which, by the way, even though it's a dog, it's technically the show tells you it's a fucking werewolf, which that baffles the fuck out of me. Like, how the hell are you a dog but you turn into a werewolf? And then the other character is the pig, which is not technically a pig, but I'm gonna call it a pig. She wants to get better, but she wants to get thinner. But the thing is about her is the fact that when she gets introduced, she's already thin to some extent. So yeah, they also have a mermaid sort of that she's also stuff like that. So pretty much that's the pretty much concept of it. Each character has their own freaking food or alcohol drink that they like to drink, like the dragon and stuff. They all want to lose weight, but they're very bad at it. The only other character that shows up is the main elf's character, because there is a dark elf. The elf's auntie shows up and she is fucking brutal. She wants to break her spirits, and then the main character. Now, the main character of the boy, because it's technically a boy, he has a clinic that he works at, and he's trying to get them into shape. He does that with the elf the first episode, but then the rest of the series, she doesn't help herself out. She does get thinner at some point, but at the very end, but then her fucking, freaking, what's it called? Her fucking impulses decide to make her get all the food that are in the line, because there is one evil creature. I think it's a Tauros or a succubus, because she does try to invade their dreams. When she does that a couple times, mainly in the special that is the second episode of the special, because there are two episodes of specials. The specials are 11 minutes long. The second special is them going to school. They all look like humans, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it turns into a zombie because of a dark elf and stuff like that. But anyway, my main thing about this anime is the fact that it's technically a working out thing. Like in the fewer the in the beginning of the episode, in the beginning of the season, they break it up into two sections. The first section is the main plot of the anime, 11 minutes, and then the next section is like, how do I put this? The next section is like, um, what's it called? The next section is them trying to teach you what you can do to exercise, pretty much. That's what the Dumbbells anime did beforehand. So that's the main just that's the main thing reason of that. The other thing is the fact that they have a fucking skeleton. That's another thing is that they have a skeleton that tries to work out with them, but it's a fucking skeleton. But the thing is about the skeleton is that the skeleton is just bones and stuff, and he can talk like a fucking. It's like reincarnated as a slime. Some of the characters, had to kill they only had to kill some skeletons, right? And they can talk. This character can talk. The skeleton can talk in this anime. However, she can transform into a fucking human being. Like what the fuck? And I understand why she likes the food that she does. She likes to drink a lot of milk because milk gives you calcium and gives you good, healthy bones. But is the fact that the thing is about that is the fact that it's just like okay, yeah, but if you drink too much milk, you're gonna get fat because that's a lot of calcium in your body. Like you have to have a minimum wage of fucking calcium and stuff. It's this is pretty much the same thing as dumbbells, except for it's more perverted. Because they do show boobs and tits. There's some episodes. The first episode they censored it. That's another thing I have an issue with this anime is that they censor some of the scenes where they are all the elf girls are naked, and even though they're big and fat, they show their boobs out, but they censored it. And then the very next episode they don't censor it, and that's there, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, you be more consistent on whether you want to censor it or not. And they do this throughout the whole entire series. Like, there are some parts where they're censored and some parts that are not censored. It just baffles the fuck out of me. It's just like, what the fuck, man? So, as for the review, I'm probably gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. I did not like this anime because it's just the same thing as Dumbbells, but at least that one has a structure. This anime is just plain fucking nonsense, just with a bunch of fucking thingamabobbers. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care and always stay positive. The other thing is that some of the creatures I had to look up the poltergeist spirit because I didn't know what the fuck it was. And so at least it did that part. You do have to research some of these monsters. I know every other monster because I've seen Cyclops in some animes. All these other animes I've seen them in, like Handyman, Another World with a Handyman that has a Cyclops. So it's just like I know what fantasy monsters there are. But I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care and always stay positive. The other thing I have a problem with is the fucking what's it called? The structure of the episode too, because there's some episodes where they don't start off with because one of the, I think one half the sixth episode I have an issue with. Before I end this anime review, the sixth episode kind of got me off track because it starts off with the skeleton lady and she does come back, so that's why I'm bringing her up. They do the skeleton thing, and halfway through the episode, then they do the opening theme song. I'm like, what the fuck? You should have done that in the beginning. And then the rest of the episode is them just teaching you how to fucking be exercise. Like, what the fuck? Like, that makes no fucking sense. It's just like the fucking dragon episode where she comes in. But I hope you guys have a nice positive day. What are your thoughts on this anime? Would you like to watch Plus Size Elf? There are 13 episodes. There are technically 14, but I mashed the two specials because the specials are 11 minutes long. So, but all the rest of the 12 episodes are 23 minutes long. The two specials are 11 minutes long, so I just added them both together and called it good. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this anime? Would you like to watch it? Would you like to watch it? I don't know. Hope you guys have a nice positive day and always stay positive.